Good morning, everybody. Facing you down the garden path, or rather up the garden path as the slope goes. Welcome, hope you're all well today. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, so still slightly dark out there. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update of what I've been doing lately, what I'm doing this morning, and of a lovely, nice surprise this morning as well. I'll tell you a bit more about that earlier. Well, it wasn't this morning, it was yesterday. Bits and bobs going in our smoothie this morning. Practically everything from the garden except for some of the fruit. Well, actually all of the fruit except for the yacon. So as you can see, obviously there's apple, there's grapefruit juice that I've just squeezed, so I've got the pith as well. Well, not the pith, the pulp. There's some soaked and activated almonds going in. There's calendula, borage flowers, both from the garden this morning. All of the leaves are from the garden this morning, actually. Some salad burnet, some lavender, some beetroot from the garden. This is a baby one, a tiny little one, as you can see. So that beetroot is going to go in there, and the leaves. So this is bull's blood beetroot. So, and some beetroot leaves from the other beetroot, some rocket, some chamomile, some spinach, some kale, and some fennel leaves, and some spirulinas going in there. There's natural coconut water there, and a little bit of frozen mango, pineapple and grapes. I've already got yacon in there. It's about the size of a golf ball, the yacon that I used, and it's already sweetened up nicely. And I like yacon because it'll sweeten it up without any of the effects of sugar, because the sugar in yacon is inulin. So very good for people on diets or diabetic. I don't do diets. I just chuck in whatever I feel like that I feel is whole foods. Yeah, there's obviously the coconut water, grapefruit juice, apple, half an apple in there, and the yacon. So these I just put there to show you what was in there. So this will all go in a bit, all be blitzed up ready. And then that'll help us start the day nicely. In the lounge, where I cleaned the carpet with the bicarbonate vinegar, worked very well. The stain has been removed over there, but I just thought I'd scatter some more bicarb all over the carpet just to freshen it up and suck out any of the lovely eau de dog. So that'll help, and I'll vacuum that up in a little bit. I've been painting last night and this morning early. The little robins are almost done. They need eyes, and they need their legs putting into the feet on there that have been recess carved into there. I showed you them before unpainted. So that is how they're looking so far. So they still need eyes, they need putting into the bases, they need varnishing, and they need a bit of felt putting on the bottom, and then they'll be done. So that's what's been going on there. Just a lovely surprise we had yesterday, well, Darren had, from group 617. They bought him a whittling handbook, and of course he's never used a handbook before. He basically, the only way he learned how to whittle was YouTube videos and just getting stuck in and practicing and coming up with things of his own as he was going. So yeah, that was a lovely surprise from group 617, and that was very lovely of them. They gave us a photograph of him with Johnny Johnson getting his little character there. And that was really lovely, and it's got a little note on the back there to say thank you from 617, and he's with a photograph of Darren with the birthday boy Johnny Johnson, one of the last British dambusters. There he is, people. That's him, and that's who got that lovely little character, and he was very happy with it. And then for them to send us a little book like that, that's lovely. And Darren was so excited when he opened it, and he's been looking through it already. So that was a lovely little surprise. Thank you very much, group 617. He was really overjoyed. He's really happy with that. So that is our first whittling manual. That'll be very nice for him. He'll enjoy that. Still lots to do over there, obviously, and all the other stuff, but I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to do what I can as and when, and what I don't get finished will be work ready for next year to do already. It looks like there'll be some changes for next year, because gauging by what's happening with the fairs this year, and it's not just us that are noticing it, it's other stall holders as well. Everybody is noticing the difference between this year and last year is profoundly different. People are not spending money this year. I think it's because of the uncertainty of Brexit, because bills have gone up, the utility bills have shot up in price, food bills have gone up. You can go to the shop and get the same list of shopping that you got 2 weeks ago, and it's jumped up by a nice fair chunk of the cost. I don't see why they should do that. I don't understand why people hop on the bandwagon and suddenly put up their prices, because I don't know. But anyway, so people are not spending. I mean, even Black Friday was evidence of that in Cardiff. There was absolutely nobody in the streets. The shops were dead. There were people about, but not many, and they weren't spending. I think online sales got more notice than in the shops. I think that also is due to people not trusting retail practices these days, and they're wisened up to the way retail works. A combination of that, and again, people not having money, and of course with the uncertainty, and people are noticing and tightening up their belts, zipping up their pockets, and trying to just be a little bit more frugal and careful to do with next year's Brexit. Although I am personally not so worried about that, because I mean, I am trying everything I can to buffer ourselves with the changeover, and just giving the powers that be chance to figure things out. Not that I have confidence that much will get figured out. They would eventually, but while they're doing that, I'd like to make sure that our family are resilient at least. So we're storing up and, preparing our family, for another type of winter, a bit of a financial one, just being careful, got out of our overdraft by being extremely frugal. And I'm trying to keep it that way and build up a small reserve in the bank. There's nothing, there won't even be enough for a month's bills, but at least something is better than nothing, just to help keep us in the black as far as possible. And we'll just have to tighten our belts with using the electricity and the gas for the heating and things like that, and continue with our whole food plant-based diet. Well, it's not a diet to lose weight, it's a diet as in lifestyle food choice thing, just to help us get a little bit healthier, to stave off a lot of the acid forming foods that we had been eating that were making arthritis worse. So in the attempt to try and be healthier, we're doing at least 80% plant-based whole foods, still allowing ourselves the odd treat every now and again, but so as far as that goes, we'll just be carrying on with that. So I encourage everybody just to keep doing your self-reliance, self-assessments, even way past Brexit, if you're in the UK, and all sorts like that. It's just good sense anyway to do that as a rule. I've been doing that for many years, and it's amazing how much it does. How when I read the papers of some people struggling with being put on universal credit, which is some people still are not on, so are still going to be affected by that as it gets rolled out everywhere with the universal credit, and all the scandal going on about that, and how it's absolutely plunging some people into abject poverty. I'm really grateful for the teachings I've had on self-reliance, and the encouragement I've had, and the efforts we've put in to try and be as self-reliant as is possible for us in our situation, because it really has prevented us from being in the same situation as some of these people. So let's all just try and be a bit more frugal, a bit more resilient, and then we can carry on as usual while the silly powers that be try and figure out what on earth they're doing. So yeah, as I was saying, craft wise, we'll be trying to figure out something else, what we could do next year, because I think it's the trend is just going to continue through this year and, well, what's left of this year, just a couple of weeks, and into next year maybe even. So we're going to have to try and figure out something else we could do as far as the crafts are concerned, because obviously we can't spend hours and hours and hours working for absolutely nothing, because we've made not a penny so far and we've only got 2 fairs left, not a single penny. So we'll put that to experience. We'll adapt. We'll, you know, adaptation is part of resilience, so we'll figure something out and we'll keep you in touch with that. So there you are, folks. Have a lovely day. Have a good week, the rest of it. Well, it's Wednesday today, so I'll try and make another video on Friday again, but it's going to be a busy rest of the week, so I'll see what we can do. Anyway, folks, take care. Bye.